We continue with our coverage across the country. We have been crisscrossing around the country, getting the latest as to what's also happening at the provincial results centres. Let's continue with that. In fact, Anda Qonji, who is at the Results Operating Centre at the Eastern Cape, this is in East London, is going to be bringing us the latest. Anda, a very good morning to you. I know last night we were speaking about some of the hits and misses just as the results continue to trickle in. Perhaps at this hour, for those who've just tuned in, trying to make sense of what's transpired, walk us through what has been reflected at the Provincial Operating Centre in East London on your end at this hour.
Well, a very good morning to you. 62.5% of the votes have been captured here in the Eastern Cape. The ANC still pretty much leads with just above 66%, followed by the DA at just above 12%, and then the EFF at just under 10%. Yesterday went quite smooth, but not without challenges. I'm going to bring with me, though, the manager of IEC, Mr. Maki, just to tell us more about how yesterday went and also some of the challenges that he faced. A very good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, Anda, and good morning to you, to your viewers at home.
Let's first talk about the issue in Libode and others of the similar nature. I know that my colleagues did mention that, activities were halted in some of the voting stations, and as there were allegations that numbers had been altered. How did you deal with that and some of the similar challenges that actually arose yesterday?
Thanks, Anda. Let me just give you a background of how results are brought to our local offices. An election happens at a voting station, and a result slip is filled in duplicate, so that one copy is left at the voting station for those people who would not have been there, when counting happened, to see how the results went, and then the other copy is brought to the IS office. It must be brought in a tamper-proof evidence bag. It's a small plastic which is transparent, but it must be enclosed there. So these three presiding officers brought the result slip without the tamper evidence bag. As they were standing on the queue to submit the result slip, they realized their mistake, and they started to look for those bags from the consignment that they had with them. So it is at that moment that some political parties came through and saw this happening, and they alleged that the results were being altered. But looking at the diary, because there is a diary that is used by the presiding officer to record everything, including the votes cast, including the special votes and everything. And when we went back to look at the diary, we found that the results that they were bringing to us are the same as those that were filled in there. And the matter, as far as we're concerned, is resolved. But having said that, if parties still feel aggrieved by that, they have until 5 o'clock today. Legislation says that by 1700 hours on the second day after the elections, then such objections must have reached the commission, not at that level. So that is where we are. We don't know if the parties will lodge, if they are not satisfied, they will lodge that objection, and it does not involve us at a local nor at the provincial office. That's where we are.
And 62.5% has been captured, close but yet too far. How are you feeling at this moment? Are you optimistic about the speed, basically?
Look, we are optimistic. At about 11 last night, we released our staff at the local office and here at the Rock to say that they must go and get the whole night's sleep, so that today they can come back refreshed, because the pace was slow yesterday. Yes, we achieved that feat that you're mentioning, but the pace was slow. And we thought that by today, having all teams together working, because now we are doing shifts as we were doing shifts before that, but now we'll have the full complement of staff doing everything all together. We are optimistic.
Can you confidently say that the process here is running smoothly and with integrity?
Definitely. It starts at the voting station, where we are not alone as the IEC staff. We do everything in the glare of the party agents who are watching us, and we have given them information on how we do work. We have even trained them. so that they know as much as our staff knows, so that whatever they think is not right is being done, they can confidently object thereto. And when it comes to our capturing sites at the local offices, we have a similar situation as we have here at the Rock, where we have political parties representing their parties so that they can raise whatever thing, like the one that you're mentioning, of Ilibote. And coming here, we have the same thing. You see, what is coming to the fore now is the issue of social media. When a result is produced at a voting station, before we can pack our things and leave, we allow party agents to take pictures of the result slips so that we avoid exactly what you think happened in Libote. By the time we reach the capturing site, the political parties already know how they have performed in each and every voting station. So what they are looking out for is whether what is brought then tallies with what they have. That is all in the name of transparency and integrity.
Thank you so much, Mr. Maki. That was the provincial manager of IEC saying that even though there were some issues yesterday, but he can assure us that this process is run with utmost integrity, and also taking us through the process of capturing results, but also saying that if any complaints arise, they will welcome them and also try to deal with the challenges as they come. But right now, from myself, Anda Qonji, and colleague Yuri Blichnet, it's back to you in studio.